We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message entitled Knowing Which is the Real Master, Monk, or Priest, Part 5 of 10 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on July 31st, 2024.
Người thanh thanh, môi đỏ và mắt xanh, tia nhìn như trăng rằm, nụ cười thơm như trà. Cho ai về thao thức, muốn nói mà lặng câm, muốn nhìn mà quay mặt, khép nép tình trăm năm. I have to thank God and all the masters of all times for these conveniences and merits that we have. But there is also a downside to it, because the more comfortable we are, the more we want this and that, like the neighbors, and we forget the spiritual way of life that we should live by. We should live a spiritual life, not material life. The material way of life is just to help us to sustain the physical being, physical body, so that we can continue to practice, so that we can go into a higher level of spiritual dimension in order to help others around us as well, not just us alone. Especially nowadays, we are in big trouble. Wherever you look, there are always reports about all kinds of disasters and diseases, all kinds of pandemics, all kinds of flu. It always renews. Always some new disease, a new virus, and I also never heard of them before. Oh my God, so many. You can't even remember them all. I hope they can make a list for you of the old ones and the new ones, so that you can have an idea of how dangerous it is for us to even live in this kind of world.
Major natural disasters, ongoing humanitarian crises. etc. Impact and death tolls of zoonotic pandemics and epidemics in the past century. Estimate. Spanish flu, 1918 to 1920. An estimated 500 million cases and 50 to 100 million deaths, with an economic cost of at least $3 billion. Asian flu, 1957 to 1958. Over 500 million cases and 1 to 4 million deaths, with an economic cost of over $9 billion. Hong Kong flu, 1968 to 1969, over 500 million cases and 1 to 4 million deaths, with an economic cost of more than $34 billion. HIV, AIDS, 1970s to ongoing, an estimated 85.6 million cases and 40.4 million deaths and counting. The economic cost is $144 billion and counting. Ebola virus disease, 1976 and 2014 to ongoing, an estimated 35,123 cases and 15,485 deaths and counting, with economic cost of at least $53 billion. Variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, mad cow disease, 1986 to ongoing, 231 cases and counting. 100% of cases fatal, with an economic cost of at least $30 billion and counting. SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, 2002 to 2004, 8,098 cases and 774 deaths, 10% of cases fatal. The estimated economic cost is over $40 billion. Avian flu, 2003 to ongoing, 2,629 cases and 1,110 deaths and counting. 42.3% of cases fatal. The estimated economic cost is at least $13 billion and counting. Worryingly, a new variant of H5N1 that emerged in 2020 has not only spread farther than ever before among birds, but has also spilled over into other animals, raising the specter of a human outbreak. Science News, March 2023. Swine flu, 2009 to 2010, with an estimated 1.4 billion cases and 575,000 deaths, with an economic cost of over $50 billion. MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, 2012 to ongoing, 2,605 cases and 937 deaths and counting, 36% of cases fatal. The estimated economic cost is at least $10 billion and counting. Mpox, monkeypox, 1970 to ongoing, 95,764 confirmed cases and 174 confirmed deaths, plus 70 suspected cases unverified due to lack of testing capacity and counting. The economic cost is estimated to be over $135.1 million and counting. COVID-19, 2019 to ongoing, an estimated 774.1 million cases and 7.01 million deaths as of January 22nd, 2024 and counting. Emerging major infectious diseases and potential symptoms by continent. etc.
You must really have a very big store of goodness in order to survive on this planet, especially nowadays in such a Dharma ending age when the world end is approaching. When people keep asking me when I went on the European tour, they asked me about 2000. If the year 2000 will be the end of the world, I say, no problem. I will be there. Don't worry, you see me. So the world is still here. And they also asked because the Maya calendar ends, they didn't make any more calendars after 2012. So they thought, okay, 2012 will be the end of the world. But at that time, I still was very powerful. I thought, it won't be any problem. I can help with that. I didn't say that to people, but I saw it won't be a problem. We'll be there, don't worry. And these days, I don't dare say that anymore. Not that I don't care about all beings on this planet anymore, but I'm not sure anymore how much I still can help. So many forces against us, even some forces from heaven, because heaven shed tears, feeling so bad, so sorry for the victims on this planet. The victims including humans, animal people, all kinds of harmless and defenseless beings like trees, plants. Everywhere is so destroyed. And we have more and more viruses, more and more disasters and diseases these days. All the time, everywhere. If you watch the news or you look on the web, you will see just disaster, disaster, and disaster. Disease, disease, and disease. And nevertheless, we live on and rely on the grace of God and the mercies of the Son of God and the compassion of all the masters, representatives of God. Just day by day, we live on. We are keeping Supreme Master Television so that I can connect with the whole world, not just with a group of my disciples like in those old days anymore. Because people might be, coincidentally, they will hear my voice and they will also be helped. If they coincidentally see my face, they will also be helped. I promise all of you that. It's just that how much help depends also on their karma, on their retribution. I want no one on this planet to go to hell at all. But it still happens. Even though I know that it will be just temporarily and they will be free soon and be reborn as humans again. But if we don't have this planet anymore, where will they be born? Maybe another planet, perhaps, if they have enough criteria, enough merit to be born on such a planet.
Ai có biết lòng ai ấp chẳng nên lời, hãy nhìn trong đáy mắt bao sóng tình lên khơi, tình vui hàng lý dần, tình nồng đôi cánh môi, người ơi người ơi người ơi.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
I couldn't make the connection between what I was eating, what was on my plate, and the living animal. When I realized this connection, veganism became my lifestyle and my philosophy. Mirko Bergamasco, vegan.